Do you think you can be friends with your ex?
I think so. Like, truthfully,
Yeah.
I'm friends with my exes. I have a few.
Yeah.
I don't see why. I mean, it's not like I'm going to Christmas dinner with them or anything like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
What if like Shay had an issue with it though?
oh, I wouldn't. I mean,
And
we're
you just
married, so
drop
yeah,
it.
I just drop it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if it was like a boy, see, it's different because if it was boyfriend girlfriend, I would be like, fuck, that sucks. But you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. And then if it's husband and wife and they don't want me to talk, then it's a different story because we're married. So
Yeah.
it's a little bit different.
You just feel like you feel more secure in your relationship.
What do you
Is
mean?
that why? Like you guys are married. Like it's more secure. So you don't have anything to worry about.
I don't know. I go back and forth on that because like marriage is supposedly to a bunch of people. It's a piece of paper. It doesn't really mean anything. It's literally the same thing. But I think you could be friends with your exes.
Is it the same thing if it's a girl friends with a guy versus a guy friends with a girl?
Oh yeah, I think it's the same thing. Well,
Yeah.
fuck. You know, no. It's just because I contradict myself on this. Is because like I feel like oh, see, and this is gonna come. This is just gonna come off bad. Whatever. I feel that. No, it doesn't really make sense to be honest. When a girl has a guy best friend that's her ex, I'm sorry, like it's a recipe for disaster. It is.
Yeah.
But vice versa, when it's just a guy friends with a girl, but it's not his like best friend or whatever, nothing's gonna happen, from what I've seen. But dude, girl best friends that are guys, it always turns into something fucking weird.
Yeah.
Like it just does, and like the probability is so high. And the thing is, like I can say this because my best friend is a girl. You know, I've known her for a very fucking long time.
You've never wanted to act on anything?
No,
Really?
no, and her either. It was
Wow.
just straight. We met like in like 9th grade. And
Never once,
No.
Joe? Like never,
No.
like you've never
Nope.
thought about.
No.
Is she like a sister to you?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah. It was just really weird. Like
Yeah.
it just never went down that path ever.
Is she friends with Shay?
Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, holy shit! Like that's rare. That's like really fucking rare. You know, to have that. So like I'm super fortunate on that. But like a lot of people, they're like 99% of it, and you know, it's just yeah. That's what's crazy to me. I totally it totally like I wasn't thinking about it.
So a guy can have a girl best friend, but a girl can't have a guy.
No, because it always acts unless I'm completely wrong. Am I wrong here?
But because the guy will always pursue that.
Yeah.
Is that why? But you don't pursue your best friend.
So that's completely different. That's completely different. All right, what do you think? Do you think you can be friends with your exes?
No, I don't think so. I feel like it's always a recipe for disaster.
Why?
Like no matter, because I feel like you have history. You at one point you liked this person. You know, you guys were together. You guys were hooking up. Like I don't think you need that in your life still. Like I don't think it's good. Like I don't know. I don't think there's any need.
Just more of a headache.
Yeah, you're just waiting for problems.
I don't agree with you.
You don't?
I know. That's a first. We're usually on the same topic. I like that.
I think, but your friends. Oh, but your friends. She was your ex, though, right?
Who?
Yeah, you're the one that you met in 9th grade. You
No,
never dated her.
I never dated
She
her.
was just your friend.
Yep.
Yeah, that's wild to me that you've never thought about anything.
No,
or
man.
Never acted
No,
on
it was weird. It's still a really good friendship. It's
Yeah.
like we can go, we can go literally years, months, years without talking, and we can pick up literally right where like we've talked yesterday.
Yeah, that's cool.
yeah.
I guess I have one friend that's a girl that's like that. She's like a sister. I would never touch her with the 10-foot pole. You know.
Yeah,
Like,
it's at a point now where it's like fuck no. Like I don't want to say she's ugly or anything because she's not.
Yeah.
Like she's really not. But like I don't want to be like I just can't see it. That's all.
yeah.
Hey, did you hear about this story? TikTok might get banned in the U.S.
What?
Yeah.
How?
They're talking
Why?
about it. No, because I don't know. Like I think Biden's trying to pass something right now that's trying to completely just ban it from the U.S.
Is it because it was created like by Chinese?
Yeah,
Or?
it was created in China. So,
Wow.
yeah, they're talking about it, and like a bunch of people are getting spooked about it. That's why like people are talking about like the views that are really low and all that stuff, and you know, how, you know, now there's a bunch of creators and people talking about like how this app is uniting us and they don't like that. And I'm just like, Jesus Christ. Like, it's just all one big, like when you really think about it, we are one big soap opera show.
Yeah.
Like really, like we really are.
Yeah.
And it's never ending chaos. Like, I understand the government side. I understand our side. They want to get rid of it because they think China's spying on us. We don't want it to get rid of because we think the government's trying to hide something. I truthfully don't. I don't really buy into all that stuff. I know, like, the media's bought. Like, that's 100% true. You can tell.
For sure.
But, like, I don't believe in, like, oh, they're doing it on purpose, or, like, you know how people go, like, real into it. Like,
conspiracy theories.
yeah, like, during, like, say, the BLM protest and stuff, there was supposedly pallets of bricks left out, like, for people. Like, did you see those stories and stuff?
No, I didn't hear
yeah,
about
dude,
that.
it was a bunch of stuff, and, like, it's just, like, I can't, like, buy into all of that because it's just gonna drive me crazy. You know, you gotta live kind of your life, or, like, how people are like, oh, they're listening to us, like, let them listen to me. I am not that interesting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's
like ignorance is bliss. Like,
yeah.
that seems like how you live.
Yeah, it's just like nobody cares if I'm doing something on the internet. Like, I'm looking at my email. Who cares if they can see that? Like, it doesn't, you know. And then people say, oh, we have rights. Like, I get it. I really do. That's like the whole cop thing. Did you see that one video at the Mexico border where he got stopped because they asked him if he was a United States citizen, and he said, I already answered. So the dude rose up to the border, and his fucking window's up. Like, his window's up, and the cop comes by, and, like, he's like, hey, can you roll down the window? And the guy in the car goes, I'm a U.S. citizen. And then he finally rolls down the window, and the cop asks him, hey, how you doing, sir? Like, are you a U.S. citizen? And the guy looks, and he goes, I already answered this. And he's just trying to make a problem, like, for no reason. Like, seriously.
Like the person's making a problem?
Yeah, the driver. The driver's making a problem.
Yeah.
And it's like, are you serious? Like, he was like, I already answered that. And the security guy, or, you know, the guard is like, no, well, I didn't hear you. Like, are you a United States citizen? And he goes, I already answered that. And like, it's like, are you serious? Are you seriously going to ruin your day for the next 4 hours arguing with this guard that's just trying to do his job?
Yeah.
That's just trying to go ahead and just, that's it, you know, put him through, you know, he's backing up the line, all because he's trying to be difficult because he said he answered he was a United States citizen.
I don't understand people that aren't compliant with, like, law enforcement and stuff like that.
No.
Like I know my rights and stuff like that. And I get it. Like, you know, you have rights, and you know, you can choose to not answer some questions and stuff like that. But why make your day more difficult?
If, and this is going to be super, I think it's going to be controversial because there's two sides to this story. I believe if you get pulled over by a cop, and he wants to check out your car, like your trunk or something, I'm going to open my trunk and freewheeling let him look through it. If he wants to take me out of the car, I will let him take me out of the car, and I will let him search the whole fucking car. Because then I have nothing to hide. I'm going to be back in my car in 10 minutes, and I'm going to be on my way. Instead of being difficult, and instead of saying, like, oh, what's your cause? Or you can't do that. That's my warrant. I have rights. I get it. I really do, and I believe in rights. But, man, you just make shit difficult. Like, it's insane. Like, I'm serious. Like, go ahead. Seriously, if you want to search anything, I'll get out of the car right now, look through my whole car, do your thing, and I'm going to be on my way in 10 minutes.
What if they're being like an asshole, though?
So what?
Yeah.
Let them fucking.
What if they, like, get out of the fucking car?
Yeah,
like,
I mean, there's
like,
only so much that you can do to being an asshole, and, like, that's really rare.
Yeah.
Like,
for sure.
Like, dude, there's maybe one cop out of who knows how much that somebody does something like that. I've been pulled over multiple times, and they've always been super nice about it. I remember I was driving up to New Mexico to actually go visit Shay. I got pulled over because I was driving a little bit fast, and he goes, "Hey, where are you off to?" And I go, "Oh, I'm going to New Mexico." And, like, he was like, you know, can I go ahead? Can I check your trunk? I go, yeah, sure. Popped the trunk, checked it. He messed up my clothes, but I mean, that was it. I was on my way. He was like, all right, cool. I'm gonna leave you with a warning, and I was like, cool. And I was on my way in literally 10 minutes.
I've been pulled over so many times, and I've been so good talking with cops and, like, talking my way out of tickets, and it's literally just being nice back to them, and you know, it's fine.
Yeah, cops have families too, man. People always forget that. Like, if I was a cop I'm sorry, and like again, I try and put myself in their position. If I was a cop, every time I pull over somebody, I'm gonna be ready to fucking shoot them if they pull something on me.
Yeah,
like I am.
Your life's on the line every time.
Yeah, 100%. And like, dude, it happened in Las Vegas too. Like some cop pulled over somebody, and dude, he was fine. Everything was cool, but like the dude reached over, pulled out, and he started shooting at the cop, and the cop died. Damn. And so it sucks, dude. And like it's two stories. People are gonna agree with me, people aren't gonna disagree with me, but at the end of the day, like when a cop pulls you over, are you gonna be compliant, or are you gonna go ahead and throw him a bunch of lawyer nonsense and see if it sticks? I just don't. I don't see the point for it. I just don't.
Yeah, I had a business idea. This is off topic, because I was gonna tell you about it, dude. What if we created? So people love fresh flowers in their house, right? Like, how many people have you met that have fresh flowers? You probably haven't met a ton, but going to IV appointments, I always see people with fresh flowers in their house. And what if you created a subscription base that brings you fresh flowers like every 2 weeks?
Don't they have that already?
What is it?
I don't know.
I looked it up and I couldn't find anything. But like it's like BarkBox or like HelloFresh, and they just bring you fresh flowers. You pick the flowers you like, and you make a preference with like a small, medium, and large bouquet, and we just deliver them every 2 weeks or every week if they want.
Yeah,
depending on how often.
See, my marketing brain is thinking like, how much would it cost? How would you do this? How much would you pay the driver? Would you put it in a van? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I just start thinking of all these fucking possibilities, and it's smart because no one's ever done. I don't think anyone's ever done a subscription-based flower business. Yeah. But I just start thinking of all of that, and it's like, fuck.
Flowers are cheap. Supplies are super cheap. I mean, you yourself, just starting out, like whoever were to start this business would have to deliver them themselves at first.
Of course.
And then, a driver could be cheap. A driver can't be that expensive. You give him a gas card and pay him by the hour, $10, $12 an hour. It's a minimum wage job. You're just driving around. Like, you're not doing much. I mean, what do Amazon drivers get paid? That's what I'm saying.
Nothing.
Like,
$14, $15 an hour.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that would be super cheap. And like, how many subscriptions would you have? But like, as you scale up, it would be a pretty good idea.
I mean, the only problem that I see is if it almost might be too much of a good idea, because if people start buying this, what if 100 people are on subscription? How the hell are you gonna get 100 people flowers?
There's good farms here.
Really?
Yeah, there's good supply here.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, there's a lot of there's a big company, I can't remember what they're called, but they're based in Arizona. They have tons of plants and flowers. You can even like branch out to plants. Like, get me a new plant every month.
Damn, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's actually smart.
That's a pretty good idea. We thought of it last night because I always get fresh flowers for our house. And then I'm like, dude, why can't we just get this delivered?
Wait, you really get fresh flowers out of them?
Yeah.
See, I don't do that.
Dude, it smells good.
Damn.
Like, it's brings like life to the room and it smells good. Yeah.
I need to actually start looking into that. Maybe because I rent. I mean, do you guys rent?
Yeah. Or no, we own the house, but we pay rent.
See, that's probably why you buy.
Yeah,
flowers.
but you should do it. Like, that'd be cool. Make a flower subscription. Business.
No, see, I only buy flowers for like Valentine's Day or like Mother's Day.
See, but then you could have that ready to go for that occasion.
Yeah. Okay.
Like for Mother's Day, you already like you put that in the app. Be like, can you deliver it to this?
I like it. I'm gonna look into it.
I'm
gonna look into it. I'm gonna let you know.
That'd be super sick. Like,
Imagine I just become the fucking king of flowers.
You just move out. I'm like, where's Joe? You're like, yeah, the business is doing well. Thanks, man.
Yeah, dude. I just take over completely. God, it's fucked.
I'm just saying, like, that'd be a pretty good idea. Like,
yeah, fucking hell.
I mean, I'm not gonna fucking run with it. So I would love to see someone run with it and be successful. It's a lot of work.
Come on.
Honestly, I wouldn't even know where to start with that kind of business idea.
You'd have to find supplies locally, but you'd have to find the supplies of fucking flowers first. Yeah.
We'd have to go tour fucking farms and stuff like that.
Well, not even that. I mean, since it's a subscription based business, probably how I would do it is I would go to local flower shops and buy the flowers for whatever they cost and upcharge it by maybe times 2. Yeah. Because we're a flower delivery service, so like a flower of what I can get for $12, I'd probably charge $24 to drop and deliver. Yeah. So I wouldn't double my money. I would. Oh yeah, no, I double my money. So
Yeah.
basically, I would get the cost of the flower back and make $12 profit. So I would do that, but like that's a lot. Like that would be like a full time gig. I'd have to quit everything. I'd have to like figure it out. I probably could.
Yeah.
Honestly,
I mean, it wouldn't
I
be a
think
bad
honestly, if
business
I think any business that I jumped into, I think I could.
even thinking from like my world, like, can you imagine the content? Like, you create so much content, like building bouquets, delivering, talking to people that you deliver, like all that stuff you could talk about.
Yeah, no, 100%.
And you can make content for.
No, that would be dope. Honestly, now that I'm thinking about it.
Yeah. What would you call it?
Flower to go. What? Like
flower.
Yeah. Flower dash. Fuck it.
Flower dash. Flower eats.
Yeah. Fucking hell. I mean, that'd be easy.
No. I mean, just a thought.
Yeah. No, that's
idea.
that's a good thought. Fuck yeah.
I just had that written.
Someone's gonna listen to this podcast and be like, "Those two fucking idiots actually made me do a flower subscription, and now I'm rich." The one person that does it, I'm gonna lose it.
That's funny. I hope so. I hope someone does it.
Good lord.
Oh man.
Yeah, I've always been a fan of subscription-based businesses. I mean, that was my first business. With Top Frag selling subscriptions for CS:GO betting, but I actually missed. I miss subscription-based. It's something about looking at your phone and seeing money come in every day was just a different feeling. It just is. Like, hey, getting paid bi-weekly and getting big checks, that's cool. But it's cooler seeing PayPal light up or Stripe light up. Like, hey, payment.
Yeah.
I used to do. It was sick, dude. Like, literally, I'd be looking at my phone and you would just hear ding, 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 and I just thought that was so cool.
That's sick. Isn't that stressful at all?
What?
Like subscription based businesses?
No.
Like, what if you start losing subscribers and stuff like that?
Oh fuck yeah! I mean, that's fuck it.
Yeah, but it's part of business. I guess.
It's just.
How much do you stress over business? Over all your businesses?
I don't think I do. Honestly, it's more of I get irritated when like little things don't get done, but I'm also trying to adapt, and I can't really get super upset or super annoyed because they're just here for jobs. They have a job. I can't expect somebody to work harder than me because I own the business. I just can't. And for like the longest time, I expected that. I expected like, hey, I'm giving you a really good salary. You should be here for a long time like me. But I don't think that's sufficient. It needs to be like, you get a good salary, you do your thing, but you also, once you leave work at 4:00 or 5:00, you're done. You're done. Me, that doesn't turn off. So like a lot of people always say, and I feel like there's such a misconception with entrepreneurship. Everyone says escape the rat race from 9 to 5. There's an even bigger race when you have your own business. You're working from 8 to 11. 8 to 12, and then you wake up and you do it all over again. Everyone thinks that you can get financial freedom, and yes, you can, but like you also mess with your mental when you start doing your business and stuff. And I don't just have 1 or 2, I have 5. So it's just of constantly being on top of it. But I love what I do. Like, Shay actually talked to me a couple weeks back, and she was like, hey, you need to take like a break. But like I love it. It's like my hobby. So this is my hobby. I don't play games anymore. I don't draw. I don't go shooting or golfing. Like, this is my hobby. This is my fun. When I figure out how to grow a business more, that's my fun. I truly, honestly love it. And I don't feel like I'm working ever.
Yeah,
I just don't.
Yeah, I love what I do. I never feel like I'm working. Like, I just took like a week off in San Diego, and I'm excited to get back to work.
Yeah,
like, I woke up this morning, I'm like, dude, let's record a podcast.
Yeah. No, exactly. And like, see, that's the same thing, because I'm starting to implement stuff like this, like a podcast, talking, and I just feel like it's gonna go that way, and a lot of people and a lot of businesses aren't getting it yet. And it's 2023. Like, if you're not online, no one's gonna know who you are. Just like back in the day when when television and commercials were super, important, nobody knew of you if you didn't have a commercial. Or back in the day when it was just radio. If you weren't on radio, nobody knew who you were. And it's forever changed. And I just think it's just going to get even, bigger online. but like being on all platforms, you know, communicating with your customer, like, you know, people want to know that, people want to see that. And so like every day that I wake up though, I feel I'm honestly happy. Like I can't wait to go and work. You know, but like there has to be like a fine line. You know, I have to take a break from like my hobby because like, you know, I want to spend time with the kid, the wife, and sometimes, you know, I get lost. You know, it'll be 8 a.m. before I know it, it's fucking 5, and I'm like, holy, I mean, like the whole day just flew through.
You were just talking about like in terms of marketing and stuff like that. Like you were first on the radio, then television. Now everybody's online. What do you think the next big jump is?
AI.
How so?
100%. Man, and like I hate talking about ChatGPT 4 and ChatGPT because literally every single person is talking about this thing.
Yeah.
And it's because you open up TikTok right now and you're going to see an AI video. It's ridiculous. But the honest truth is, if anybody's listening, you know, to this, you have to try ChatGPT 4, especially the new one that came out, which is 4. They named it 4 or ChatGPT 4.
Mm-hmm.
It's wild, dude.
Dude, it's absurd.
No, it's like insane. I was doing you know, my marketing company has to do a couple case studies for like clients on the website, and I usually hire somebody to do that. But I said, hey, you know what? I'm gonna test this out. And so I literally wrote a case study. It was a question. I said, hey, I need a case study of this client, and I named the name of the client, which was you know, AZ IV Medics. So I said, hey, I need a case study of AZ IV Medics over the last 2 years, and it wrote me a detailed case study. And it even gave me percentages, which I think the percentages, they're actually pretty damn close. So I don't even know how the hell it knows that.
Yeah.
But like it gave me percentages. It gave me what we did, and it was just great. Like, you know, I'm going to go in and do a few edits, you know, add the company, add all this stuff. They don't do graphics, so like I'm going to have to come up with the graphics and do all that. But I could do all that. But dude, the writing was done in 5 minutes. I had 4 case studies in 5 minutes. And
so crazy.
It was good. Like they were good. And I was like, man, like what is going to happen? Like you're not going to be able to use ChatGPT for everything. You're going to need somebody to kind of manage ChatGPT. You know, because like say for instance, you want to do certain things, you know, for the article, it's not going to do it all for you. You're gonna have to go in and make edits, but it like, you know, for
the structures.
Yeah, no, the writing that I used to do on Reddit. This is what's a little bit scary too. Like it's a blessing, but it's scary because like anyone's gonna be able to use ChatGPT and sound like a genius, and it's like, what if you're not? You know, apparently ChatGPT 4 was able to do like, you know, they were able to pass all the AP exams 90%, then, you know, 90% better than any human. They were able to pass the bar. They were able to do a bunch of stuff, and it's just like, it's like that's almost gonna just be, yeah. I feel bad for content creators because eventually, not content creators. I feel bad for content writers because I think eventually ChatGPT is just gonna be so far advanced we're not gonna need writers.
What other jobs do you think are gonna be obsolete?
I think it's mostly writers. Yeah, and it's just because, you know, the way that it is right now. So I use content writers for SEO purposes. I need actual SEO, you know, articles done. And why I need these articles done is because, you know, you write an SEO blog, you put it on the website, and if it does good, it's going to start to rank, you know, month after month after month. You know, you can guest post where you go to one website and you share a link with them and you ask them to share it back, and then it raises in ranking. But see, the thing is, what I have a problem is the little technical stuff. It doesn't do meta descriptions. It doesn't do header tags. It doesn't do all this. And this is just SEO talk. You know, no one's really going to know what it is unless they do SEO themselves. But eventually when it can start mirroring and analyzing all the top content on Google and everywhere else, that's when it's going to get crazy. Yeah. And I think, I don't think we're that far from it. Like,
no, because it's learning every day. It's getting smarter and smarter.
It's nuts. It's absolutely nuts. Like anything I need, like if I needed articles written for like 1,000 words, 2,000 words, it does it. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I've had companies reach out to me asking to write their bios and stuff like that. And dude, I just put in ChatGPT and you make $300 in 20 seconds.
Yeah, it's just insane. It's absolutely crazy. And like the thing is, everyone's like, oh, ChatGPT, you can just do it yourself. Like I love doing it myself, but like honestly, if somebody wants to do it for me and I'll still pay them, I'll still pay them. I don't care. I don't care if you use ChatGPT. Doesn't matter to me.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Because then it just gets it done,
and it gets it done faster.
Yeah,
and like
absolutely.
I'm like, cool, I love you. Like just
Yeah.
do it all, do everything. Like you know, it's just that's gonna be a game changer. I wonder what's gonna happen in the next 10 years. But I think if anybody wants to get ahead of business or anything like that, they gotta start implementing AI.
Yeah.
You know, AI. Anything AI and voice search, you know, because that's where it's going. You know, people are going to be like, hey, where's the nearest lawyer? Hey, where's the nearest restaurant? Like,
I imagine it's going to just be like your own personal assistant at some point.
Yeah.
Everybody's going to have an AI and something that you could just talk into, and it's just going to generate everything that you need.
Yeah, it's gonna be a game changer. And you know, if you don't want to get left behind, you need to be ahead of the curve right now. You know, a lot of people thought the internet was a complete fad when it first came out. Like for real. Like everyone was like, this is bullshit. It ain't gonna do anything. And look where we're at.
Do you remember the first time you used the internet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
What
like,
did you do?
I played StarCraft.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, wow, this is nuts. Like this is wild. And like we used to go to like internet cafes and like play like, you know, Counter-Strike and all that stuff. And like the internet out from AT&T and like other places, it was like 56K dial up. Like, you know, where you pick up your phone and you hear, like it was just crazy to me. So,
do you remember the first thing you Googled when you first opened up Google?
I can't.
I remember I remember when we opened up Google and we typed in Batman, and we were like, holy shit! It just pulled up all these things about Batman.
Yeah.
They're like, now click images, and then it just pulls up images of Batman, and it was the craziest thing ever because it was like it's like what we're looking at AI right now. Like that's what it feels like that first time.
Yeah, no, it definitely does. No, now that I'm thinking about it, it definitely does. And people need to jump on it. People just need to embrace it that it's coming, and that's it. You know, there's just so much that you can do, you know, with it to grow your business. Like there's never been more opportunity than there is now. Like seriously, it's actually getting ridiculous. Everything's becoming paid. Everything's becoming paid to win. You know, not necessarily from your mobile device where you download a video game and you get paid to win, but like everything's becoming paid to win on, you know, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and eventually, you know, they're all going to follow suit. You know, Twitter, you know, your blue verification check mark costs $11.99. Instagram and Facebook are going to both be platforms that you can go ahead and get verified on for $11.99 or $9.99. Google business profile is eventually going to go that route. Google is going to go that route. They are already going that route with, you know, Google Screened, you know, and that's what local ad services for like plumbers, electricians, stuff like that. So, you know, it's all going to become paid to play eventually. And you need to be ready to go that's why I believe these platforms that are coming out, like, you need to be prepared to do this type of style of content because this is what's going to matter.
Right. Just fully dive in.
Yeah. I mean, dive in everything because eventually, like, maybe people don't want to pay for Google. Maybe people don't want to pay for Instagram and Facebook. You know, maybe they're going to go somewhere else. So, like, you just got to be ahead of the curve on everything. But it's almost going to become, you know, it's just how the world's turning, honestly. Like, you're going to get Google Screened, which is pretty sick because, you know, you don't just pay for that. They vigorously go through and they make sure you're a business. They make sure you have your licensing. They make sure you know what you're doing. Like, you don't just get a fucking check mark and call it a day. Like, they're actually going to do their due diligence, you know, when it comes to it. So I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
I wonder where Bing's going to be in like the next, you know, 5 years. Because
I forgot Bing was the thing.
Dude, Bing. Bing is Microsoft. Microsoft owns ChatGPT.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So I think Bing's going to be the
Bing's
next.
Bing's going to blow up.
I think Bing's going to be better than Google, you know, in the next 3 to 5 years. I really do.
Yeah. Should invest in Bing.
Yeah. So,
if you weren't a CEO, what would you do? Like, what's your ideal job? Like, where would you work?
I wanted to be a trash man.
A trash man?
That was my first job.
That was your first job?
That was like my first. Okay. When you were growing up as a kid, what was your dream job?
I wanted to be a neurosurgeon because I was fascinated by brains and stuff like that. Like I thought that was so cool. Like you could save someone's life.
Yeah, no, I wanted to be a trash man. I saw my trash man pick up the trash. I was like, I want to do that one day, and I don't know why.
Because you could ride around in a truck and just fucking pick up trash.
No, 100%.
And then like I grew up and I realized how much schooling it takes to be a neurosurgeon and how expensive it is. I was like, fuck that. I'm gonna be a dentist.
Yeah, and I grew up and I just didn't want to be a trash man anymore. So I mean, that's just what it was.
Let's wrap up. Let's wrap up.
Cool.
Actually, no. I'll tell you my story first.
I go for it.
You want to know something really funny when we first met? So for those of you that don't know, me and Joe met on TikTok. He was always on my timeline, and I would see like his daily vlogs. And I reached out to him one day. Saying,
and for all the fucking people that say never hire on TikTok,
I was the guy. That was me.
Yeah.
So he hired me from TikTok, and so I commented and I was like, hey, if you ever need any media services, let me know. Like I'm based in Arizona as well. Hit me up. And then me and Joe talked and blah, blah, blah. And the first time we met is when we went to that Vegas trip.
Okay.
And it was so funny because I pulled up in my car and I looked around and I was like, this is where Joe walks.
Jesus Christ. You're fucking...
And I walked in the house and I was like, this is where he works out. And I was like, this is where he films his food. And it was so funny because it was so it pieced everything together. And I'm like, he's just like, you're just like a normal guy.
No
like,
shit.
It's just like a normal Joe. Like it was so funny because I was like, I feel like I'm in a content house right now. Like,
oh my God.
like this guy's like a celebrity.
Jesus Christ.
It was so funny though. Like I forgot to tell you that.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's crazy kind of where we're at now compared to where we were, 6 months ago?
Yeah.
So
it's hilarious, dude. But now, like, you give me shit all the time. And
Jesus Christ.
All right. Should we wrap up?
Yeah, let's wrap it up. Hey, everybody, thanks for coming by. Episode 3, Joe and Cruz, Stand Still. We definitely appreciate you guys, and we'll see you next week.
Oh, also, we're now available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, all that. So check us out.
Yep. Take care, guys.
See ya.